Every night for 3 months, Diana woke up screaming the same words, "I'm sorry, Ella. Please, I'm sorry." Her husband Henry would find her drenched in sweat, staring at the corner of their bedroom where no one else could see anything. But Diana could see her. She could always see her dead best friend watching. I'm telling you this story because I knew all three of them. Diana, Ella, and Henry. We all grew up in the same area in Port Harcourt. This happened 6 years ago, and people still talk about it. Diana and Ella were best friends from secondary school. The kind of friends who did everything together. Same church, same market, same parties. If you saw one, you saw the other. Everyone called them twins even though they looked nothing alike. Ella was the gentle one. Soft-spoken, kind to everyone, always smiling. She worked as a teacher at a primary school and spent her weekends visiting motherless babies' homes. The kind of person who would give you her last 500 naira if you needed it. Diana was different. Louder, sharper, always complaining about something. She worked at a boutique in town and was always talking about money, about finding a rich man, about leaving Port Harcourt for Lagos or abroad. When Ella started dating Henry, Diana was the first person she told. Henry was everything. Responsible, hardworking, owned a successful business. He treated Ella like a queen. Brought her flowers for no reason. Called her every morning and night. Took her to nice places. At first, Diana seemed happy for her friend. She was at their house all the time, laughing with them, eating with them. Henry would joke that he had 2 wives because Diana was always around. But I noticed something others didn't. The way Diana's smile would fade when Henry kissed Ella. The way she'd go quiet when they talked about their wedding plans. The way her eyes would follow Henry when he moved around the house. My own boyfriend at the time said,
"That girl is jealous. Watch her."
I didn't believe it. They were best friends. Sisters, practically. Then Ella got engaged. Henry proposed on her birthday with a ring that must have cost him 6 months of savings. The wedding was set for December, 6 months away. Diana was supposed to be the chief bridesmaid. She helped Ella pick her wedding dress. She was there for every planning meeting. Smiling. Laughing. Supporting. But behind closed doors, Diana was dying inside. She'd been single for 3 years. Every relationship she had ended badly. Men would date her for a few months then disappear. She was 31 and felt like life was passing her by while her best friend got everything she wanted. It was June when everything changed. Ella was walking home from school one evening. She took the same route every day, through a quiet street near her house. 3 men in masks attacked her. They beat her badly and took her bag, her phone, everything. A neighbor found her an hour later and rushed her to the hospital. She died 2 days later from internal bleeding. The whole community was in shock. Ella. Sweet, harmless Ella who never hurt anyone. The police said it was a robbery gone wrong. The men were never caught. Diana cried at the funeral more than anyone. She collapsed on Ella's coffin. She had to be pulled away, screaming. Everyone said, "Look at her. She loved Ella so much. This will break her." Henry was destroyed. He couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. He blamed himself for not walking her home that day. Diana was there for him through everything. Bringing him food. Sitting with him in silence. Holding his hand when he cried. "Ella would want you to take care of yourself," she'd say softly. "She loved you so much. She wouldn't want to see you like this." Slowly, Diana became the only person Henry could talk to. She understood his pain, she said. She missed Ella too. They grieved together. And somewhere in that grief, something changed. 8 months after Ella's death, Henry and Diana started dating. People talked. Of course they did. So soon, they whispered. Her own best friend. But Diana had an answer for everything. We found comfort in each other. Ella brought us together. She would want us to be happy. Some people believed it. Some didn't. But what could anyone say? They got married a year after Ella died. Small ceremony. Henry's family wasn't entirely happy, but they wanted him to move on. Diana moved into the house Henry had built for himself and Ella. Slept in the bed Henry bought for himself and Ella. Wore some of the jewelry Henry had given Ella. For the first few months, everything seemed fine. Diana had finally gotten what she wanted. The man. The house. The life. Then she got pregnant. The dream started in her second trimester. Ella would appear at the foot of her bed, just standing there, staring. Diana would wake up gasping. "It's just hormones," Henry would say. "Pregnancy dreams are normal." But the dreams got worse. Ella would come closer each night. She never spoke. Just stared with sad, knowing eyes. When Diana gave birth, the baby came out not crying. The doctors worked on him for several minutes before he finally made a sound. But as he grew, it became clear something was very wrong. He didn't develop like other babies. By age 2, he couldn't speak, couldn't recognize his own parents, would scream for hours for no reason. Doctors said it was a severe developmental disorder. Nothing they could have prevented. Diana got pregnant again, hoping for a better outcome. The second child was born healthy, but by age 1, it was obvious she would never be like other children. She couldn't learn. Couldn't feed herself. Would never be independent. The dreams were every night now. Ella standing beside the children's beds. Ella sitting in the living room. Ella watching from the doorway. Diana stopped sleeping. She became paranoid, irritable. She'd scream at Henry for no reason. She started drinking to try to sleep, but even alcohol couldn't keep Ella away. Henry changed too. The stress of caring for 2 children with severe special needs, a wife who was falling apart, and the financial burden of endless medical bills crushed him. He started staying out late. Then sleeping at his shop. Then not coming home for days. Diana would call him crying. "Please come home. I can't do this alone." "You wanted this life, Diana," he would say coldly. "You got what you wanted." 3 years into the marriage, Diana barely recognized herself. She had lost weight from stress and medication. Her hair was falling out. She had no friends. Henry was sleeping with other women openly now. Her children needed constant care that she could barely provide. And every single night, Ella was there. It was when I visited Diana and I called my husband worried. "Something is very wrong with her," I said. "She keeps talking to someone who isn't there. She looks like a ghost." I went to see Diana with our pastor. What we found shocked us. The house was a mess. Diana looked like she hadn't bathed in days. The children were crying. Henry was nowhere to be found. Diana kept looking at the corner of the room, her eyes wide with terror. "She won't leave me alone," Diana whispered. "Every night. Every day. She's always here. Watching me." "Who?" the pastor asked. "Ella." The pastor started praying. Diana started crying. And then, like a dam breaking, everything poured out. "I killed her," Diana sobbed. "I paid those men to rob her. It was just supposed to scare her. Make her leave Henry for good. I didn't tell them to hurt her badly. I swear I didn't. But they did. They killed her. And I took everything. I took her man. Her house. Her life. And now she won't let me rest." The room went silent except for Diana's crying. The pastor was shaking. I couldn't breathe. I confessed to the police that same day. I had to, for Ella to get justice. The case went to court. The men Diana hired were found and arrested. Diana was sentenced to 15 years in prison for conspiracy to commit murder. Henry divorced her immediately. Her children are being cared for by her mother. I visited her once in prison, 2 years ago. She looked calmer. Cleaner. Almost peaceful. "Does Ella still visit you?" I asked. Diana shook her head. "Not since I confessed. The night after I went to the police, I slept through for the first time in 3 years. No dreams. No Ella. Just peace." She looked at me with empty eyes. "I destroyed everything. Her life. My life. Henry's life. My children's lives. All because I couldn't stand to see my friend happy while I was lonely. And you know what the worst part is? If I had just been patient, just worked on myself, I might have found my own happiness. But I wanted her specific happiness. I wanted to be her. And look what it cost. I left that prison and couldn't speak for hours. People say karma isn't real. That bad people get away with things all the time. Maybe that's true. But in Diana's case, karma didn't wait. It came swift and heavy and complete. She got the man she wanted, but he grew to hate her. She got the house she wanted, but it became her prison before the real prison did. She got the life she wanted, but it was nothing like she imagined. And every night before her confession, she got visits from the friend whose life she stole. Some people say Ella's spirit really was haunting her. Others say it was just guilt manifesting in dreams. I don't know what I believe. What I do know is this: be careful what you envy. Be careful what you're willing to do to get what someone else has. Because sometimes when you take something that isn't meant for you, it turns to poison in your hands. Diana will be released in 9 more years. Her children will be teenagers by then. Henry has remarried and moved to Abuja. Ella's family finally got justice, but they say it doesn't bring her back. As for me, whenever I see someone doing well and I feel that small twist of jealousy in my chest, I think of Diana in that prison cell. I think of Ella in her grave. I think of those 2 children who will never have a normal life. And I remind myself, your own blessings are coming. Don't destroy yourself trying to steal someone else's. If you have any story on request, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more African stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you never miss a new story.